Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For May, there is a tarot restart challenge. I've found out about it through Dr. Mystical. I'll have his information linked down below. So the point of the restart challenge is to go back to a deck. Go back to a deck that you absolutely loved, got, and it just did not vibe with you at all. The one that I'm choosing is the Steampunk Tarot. Now, if you've watched my shows before, you know that I love all things steampunk. And I was extremely excited about this deck. I couldn't wait for it to come. I still do love the artwork in this deck. It's amazing. I just couldn't remember everything I was supposed to remember. The imagery to me does not go with the cards. It's really hard to remember which cards are which. It does have a really great guidebook with it. And it has a whole lot of information. It explains exactly what the cards are in the Steampunk Tarot here with the deck compared to traditional tarot. It even has for each of the major arcana cards, it has a spread for each of those cards to get to know the card. And even with all of that and all of the spreads in the back, I still just could not vibe with this deck. But it is my plan and my hope that with this challenge, I'll be able to use this deck more and more on my channel. I mean, I love the cards. They're just beautiful. And the more I've looked through this, preparing for this video, I understand, it makes sense that the submersibles are cups and the airships are swords. It's where you get to the levitations and the engines that it doesn't make as much sense. Even now, I can't even remember which was which. I think these were wands, and these were coins, pentacles. But like I said, don't quote me on that. It's just very, very hard for me to remember everything I need to remember about this deck, and then also put the imagery along with what the card is supposed to be. Like, here's the cyborg. There's a lot in it, a lot to learn. And I am accepting this challenge so that I can learn these cards again, or at all. I really tried when I first got this deck. I really wanted to love it, and it's literally been sitting maybe 5-10 years in in one of my Rubbermaid tubs that hold my tarot decks. But this is the one I'm choosing for the tarot challenge. Now, on Dr. Mystical's video, I'll have it linked down below. He has a lot of great links, like here's a printable journal that he put together for us to use, which is great. You can journal about each card, and I plan on using these to journal about each of these cards. I also like to take a lot of notes, so I have a specific notebook that I'm going to dedicate just to this. And then slowly throughout the month of May, I hope that once I get more comfortable with this deck, you'll see it more and more in my shows. You'll see it more and more on my Instagram, and I really just want to make this work. I really hope that this works for me so that I can bring this deck back into using it instead of just having it collect dust on a shelf. I don't like having things collect dust, but I do have hundreds of tarot decks which collect dust. I wish I had shelving for being able to put all of them out and display them, but I just don't. Someday when I get a bigger house. But I challenge all of you to choose a deck that you feel like you don't vibe with at all, and try to really accept this challenge for the month of May and get to know the deck that that you think it's not ever going to work, and see if it works. And we'll all see at the end of the month how much progress we made. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.